guys, and welcome to this week's video. Now this week I want to talk about recovery. Recovery is a really hard thing that I don't think a lot of people really understand. When you become addicted to something, you have that itch, that feeling, and that's what makes it addictive. When you use it and it helps and it somehow switches something in your brain that by doing this everything's alright again, that you can do anything if you do this, and that's what makes it an addiction. And when you try to kick the addiction, whether it be self-harm, alcohol or what, you have to then choose recovery every single day to not fall back to that addiction, because once you've done it once and got an addiction for it, you will have that in the back of your mind for the rest of your life. That's why I think when big problems arise, when you're struggling from mental illness, it's very easy to fall back onto self-harm and bad habits because you know they've worked in the past, and you know how easy it is, and you know how if you just do it you will feel better. And that's why it's so hard to kick the addiction, and why people relapse, and why recovery is a step you have to take every single day. Now, I didn't really know that. I always thought that once you sort of kicked the addiction, then it'd be a lot easier. Kicked it, I know how to live without it now. There is no perfect way to kick an addiction. You relapse. It's just what happens. It is impossible to kick an addiction and not have a relapse. It just doesn't exist. You're going to fall back because life will hand you these impossible situations, and sometimes it's the easy road to go back to your little bad habit. You do, then you have to restart the recovery process all over again. But what's important is the choice that you make following a relapse or following the start of an addiction, is your choice to recover from it. If you go back to a bad habit, go back to self-harm, your choice to not let it get to a stage where it was before, and your choice of stopping it and choosing to recover from it and learning new techniques is a huge step. It is so much easier to use a method that you know that works, you know it helps you, and you don't see a problem with it, but everyone else has the problem with it. And you know somewhere in the back of the mind that this isn't healthy for you, but the rest of your mind is taken over by the need for the addiction. But when you choose to recover and you choose to say that this addiction isn't going to rule my life, I'm not going to let it be me, it's incredibly strong, and it shows how much strength you have, because it is very hard to kick an addiction. It is extremely hard. It's a choice you have to make every single day. Whenever a problem arises, you have to not listen to that little itch in the back of your head that is trying you to get back to that bad habit. But it's okay if you do have a relapse. Relapses happen. There is no perfect recovery story. That does not exist. It's impossible to recover from anything perfectly. You just can't. So don't get too hard on yourself. You should be proud of yourself for choosing to recover and choosing to not let your addiction lead your life. It's a lifelong commitment that sometimes you will have a little blip and you will relapse, but that shouldn't take away what you feel and the strength you feel for the days where you have kicked it before and will kick it again. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye guys.